Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahawah Hakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who teach and rule well, when peace and salutation to the hopeful elect, pushing this gospel amongst the four winds with truth and sincerity. To you, I say shalom. This is your brother Parathon, kind of picking up where I left off on the last lesson. I went into the blessing, the supplanting of the blessing of Esau from Jacob, which Jacob's name means to supplant or to replace. You know what? Let me jump to Psalms. I think I may jump. I'm gonna go into the blessing of, the birth, the supplanting of the birth right now. This is Psalms 55. Lord willing, this lesson's edifying. This is Psalms 55 and 20. It says, here to the point. It's Psalms 55 and 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with them. He hath broken his covenant, that brotherly covenant. Esau broke the covenant with Jacob when he took this hatred that he had from him so far. He took it too far. You think about it. Your older brother, your little brother, he backdoor you for the birthright, your inheritance, as the firstborn, and then the blessing that the father gave you on his dying bed. You got the better blessing, a blessing that included you being a servant to your little brother, that you would break the yoke and rise up out of it. But at the end all be all, you and the rest of the heathen nations, for that matter, would be servants to your little brother. It's a hard pill to swallow. Also, it's prophecy, man. End of the day, this is the most beautiful story ever told. There's so much wisdom, intertwined in these chapters and in these verses, man. It's beautiful to, call all y'all Bashem Yahushai, for the talents, giving the brothers, for the wisdom, giving to my brothers, that the pennies. All right, so let's get to it, man. So look, it's Psalms 55 and 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him, and he had broken his covenant. Right? And Cristobal Colon hit the shores of Astaroth, right? Or America, New America. They didn't meet our forefathers, our ancestors with peace, right? Salakia. They they indoctrinated people with Christianity and killed who didn't accept it and questioned it. This plantation white Christianity. And whoever did accept it were enslaved and justified through the doctrine that they accepted, that they were told to believe. Right? That's the plantation Christianity. Taking what sound good to them, adding to the book and subtracting from the book. Right? Plantation Christianity was introduced to the North America by European colonizers, or aka slave masters. Right? The Spanish, the British, the French, and the German. Who are all Esau. Salakia, the Italians too. The Spanish conquerors, the Catholics, the fur traders, they were more violent than the Spanish and French missionaries were, because they would just accept the doctrine to avoid death. So they would show a form of mercy, but still enslave our folks, man. Right? Jake is the forefront of public policies to this day. You know what I mean? Because if they get the approval of the oppressed and the influence of these policies, will have a chokehold on the public like they do now, through guilt and morality. We've seen the rise and fall. Well, we never rose. We've seen the constant falls and failures and shortcomings of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans since we've been in this land, right? In the land of our captivity, from the civil rights movements to transferring to women's suffrage and women's rights, right? Which was the Edomite women's fight to begin with. right? They manipulated and convinced our women that that was their fight when we were, our marriage rates was high, right? Success and businesses and just out here just stand out the fucking way. We knew who the enemy was, right? But they convinced our women that that was their women, their fight too. Now we have feminism and gay Salakia, happy rights, right? And Black Lives Matter, and Transformer rights, Decepticon rights, man. This is what we come to. Esau wields the two swords, man. The physical blessing and his tongue, right? Psalms 55 and 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Let me see. Going into the tongue, we can jump right back to, we could jump right back to Psalms and kind of pick apart. I read Psalm 73. Let's jump down to verse 8. It says, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. Who's that? With these draconian laws, man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? We are oppressed. Only a wise man knows that, as the scriptures say. With much knowledge comes much grief. Right, it says, verse 9, they set their mouths against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither in waters of a cup full of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doeth Yahweh know? And is their knowledge in the Most High? Isaiah 14 and 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet shalt thou be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Right? This is speaking wickedly and loftily, man. Talking about he going to be like the Most High. Verse 11. Let's go back to Psalms. And in verse 11, I won't focus too much on it, man. But this is just what it says. This is 73. This is that blessing, man. That sword, his tongue. Esau knows what he's doing. Verse 11 again. And they say, how doeth Yahweh know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Right? And we can quickly jump to Isaiah 47 and jump right to the point. In 10, it says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge that have perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else is beside me. Right? And then he gets condemned here in Obadiah when he's talking that same shit. Obadiah 1 and 3, it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, in the clefts of Petra, in the cleft of the Caucasus Mountains. Right? Esau, Edom, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, thou shalt set the nest among the stars. Thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. That's why we are not to envy the prosperity of the wicked. His end is ruin. Let me see. Let's jump to that real quick. What's that? Genesis 25. Genesis 25 and 26. And after that, Salakia, in 25. And the first came out red, Esau, all over like a hairy garment. They called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out. And his hand took hold on Esau's heel. And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Right, so he was 60, I believe. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Right? So Isaac loved Esau for the simple fact that he enjoyed eating the meat, right? The food that Esau would cook and hunt after. That's what men did. A hunter, right? Not to take anything from our forefather. It's three different classifications of men. Sons of God, sons of the men, and sons of wicked. we more like our forefather, man. That's how we are known by our curses. This is with Jacob, right? His name means the heel holder or supplanter, right? But it describes Jacob as a plain man, dwelling in tents. Right? So plain, perfect, complete. One who lacks nothing in physical strength, beauty, etc. Sound, wholesome, an ordinary, quiet sort of person, complete, morally innocent, having integrity. One who is morally and ethically pure, upright, undefiled, gentle. This is a man of the Lord. So when they put forth their hands, Psalms 55 and 20, again, against such that be at peace with him, he broke his covenant. This is the spirit that the native and the northern kingdom greeted Esau with, and they shitted on him. Let me hit this Wisdom of Solomon 5. Do I got it? No, Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon 2. And this is going to tie together with this. This just shows you that Esau doesn't know. He thinks that this is the end all be all, man. That's why he speaks so wickedly and loftily. He really thinks that the Lord has gave him the tools to destroy himself. Esau thinks he's the most high. This is his thought process here. I close out Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 1 in the GNT. It says wicked people are wrong when they say to themselves, our life is short and full of sorrow. And when its end comes, there is no escape. No one has ever been known to come back from the world of the dead. False. We were born by chance, and after life is over, we will be as if we had never been born at all. False. This is that do as thou wilt spirit. You only live once. It says our breath is no more than a puff of smoke, and our mind is nothing more than a spark thrown off by a beating of our heart. When that spark dies, our body will crumble into ashes, and our breath will become part of the empty air. In time, no one will remember anything we did. Even our names will be forgotten. That's true. After the 1,000 years of captivity in the kingdom, bonfire, Esau style, right? Our lives will pass away like the traces of clouds and vanish like fog in the heat of the sun. Our time on earth is like a passing shadow. There is no one to escape from the day of our death, and it is fixed, and no one can postpone it. And that's one thing he was right about. Again, the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And he was even realizing himself, like, he understood that the blessing was his, right? So they continue to say, the wicked say, come on then, since our life is short, this shit's over. right? Let's enjoy the good things of life and live in this world the way we did when we were young and free of care. Let's drink the most expensive wine and use the finest perfumes. Let's not miss a single flower in the springtime. Before the roses wither, let's pick them and wear them out in our hair. Let's all join and leave signs everywhere of our carefree revelry. Life owes us that much. And this is the sound. This is spoken like a true conqueror, like a true wicked ruler, right? We'll oppress the poor, even if they are righteous. Come on, that plain man dwelling in tents, that righteous man who's morally, ethically pure. We'll show no respect for widows or old people. We'll call ourselves right if we are wrong. Salakia. We'll call ourselves right if we are strong enough to get what we want. Those that have control of the laws cares not who prints the money, because the laws control the world. It says and no one ever got anywhere by being weak. Righteous people are nothing but a nuisance, so let's look for chances to get rid of them. They are against what we do. They accuse us of breaking the law of Moses and violating the traditions of ancestors, because they are. What hast thou to do with my commandments? Right? You can't make a crooked thing straight, man. If a wicked man doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, man. If he's doing good, it's just a way to fulfill his wickedness by way of the Lord somehow, right? Esau is righteous in his wickedness, man. And we are righteous in our righteousness, roughly powerful. Lord willing, we be at that number. So let's close up. This is verse 13. They claim to know Yahweh and they call themselves the Lord's children. We can't stand the sight of people like that. Wait, it says what they are contradicts our whole way of thinking. They are not like other people. They have strange ways, when in fact our ways are strange because we were given the supreme law, statutes, and commandments of existence. Right? When you're carnal, you don't understand correction. You don't understand discipline, chastisement, change for that matter. It says they think that our moral standards are so corrupt that everything we do should be avoided. They boast of having Yahweh for their father and believe that when it's all said and done, only the righteous will be happy. But we'll see if that's true. Let's see what will happen when it is time for them to die. If the righteous really are Yahweh's children, Yahweh will save them from their enemies. So let's put them to the test. We'll be cruel to them and torment them. Then when we find out how calm and responsible they are and reasonable they are, we will find out just how much they can stand. We'll condemn them to be shameful, to a shameful death. After that, they say that Yahweh will protect them, which he will. All right, I just close out there, man. All right, because what if some did not believe? Does that make your faith without none effect? You can't do anything against the truth, but for the truth. So their unbelief doesn't matter. Their incredulity is irrelevant when it comes to the Lord's will. It's done already. Right? So with that, Lord willing, this lesson's edifying. I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Habrachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the whole four elect, Kwam Yasharallah and the Bible Ball. Shalom.